What is up, folks? This is Briston from Briston Gaming, and we are back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Week. The show will help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you guys can see here, we're going to cover a cool week. We have some cool mods ahead of us, but before we jump into anything, I do want to say thank you all for the support, and also thank you, mod authors, for all the cool work you guys do. It really is really interesting to see everything that people come up with. But with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the mods. And our first mod is the super cool Mounted Minigun by Alter. And there's two versions of this mod. There's a version that requires power and a version that does not require power, but neither version is server side. So if you're playing with friends, everybody has to have this installed. And the cool thing about it is, you see the resources it takes are really not that hard to get. The steel could potentially be, depending upon if you can get a wrench early enough in game, you could actually get this. I like playing with the powered version just because it does make it a little bit, higher up, because there is no unlock requirement. It is straight, as soon as you get the resources, you can craft it at the workbench. So that's why I like playing with the powered version, because then now, in order really to be able to use it, you have to have power and stuff like that. But I have a little generator here. I have it set up, and you just come up, you interact with it, you load your ammo there, and then you say use, and it's got this awesome little display down there that shows the actual ammo count and stuff. And you see we have some ladies down there that we are going to, they might actually be, they might actually be a little too low for us. So here we go. I'll set it up right. Set it up there. Run a wire there. And you see it takes 10 watts of power, which again is another reason why I like using the powered version as opposed to the non-powered version. And we're going to load up some ammo. Click use. There we go. And as you see, it absolutely shreds. It is absolutely shredding those guys. And as you saw, it got hot. It no longer fired. We have to wait for it to cool down. That's the other really awesome thing about this. As you sit there and you shoot it, you can actually see it start to get hot. You see the distortion, the smoke coming off. See the barrels are glowing red. I love that. I absolutely love the visuals of this gun. Since this was pointed out to us by a friend through Discord, we have played around with it a ton. And we have made it kind of one of the staples now when Luna and I play together. Because, if you're playing carefully, you can actually have this fairly early in the game. And it's just really nice to see something like this where you can actually shoot for a pretty good distance. You actually can put out a lot of damage. As you saw, we absolutely shredded those radiated girls. And it heats up. That's one of the best things. Like, the visuals and stuff for it are just absolutely amazing. We love the way that it looks. It was just very, very well done. Alter produces some fantastic mods. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this next mod is the super cool Skill Glasses by Toki Mekisu. I hope I said that right. And it's just a really cool server-side mod that gives you two versions of skill glasses. You have normal skill glasses that have a tier 1 through 5 that you unlock at attribute level 2. So as soon as you get your perception or your strength or whatever up to level 2, you unlock them and you can start crafting them. And the description just says various mods can be attached. The resources are a little high, but if you play smart and you're good with how you loot and stuff like that, it shouldn't take you forever to be able to craft them. And then you have the S6 version, which does not have a tier. It has straight 6 mod slots, because the normal skill glasses can only go up to tier 5, whereas the S6, you have to have these separate mods that you have to loot or buy. You can't craft the mods. You either get them in loot or you buy them. And then it unlocks tier 6 slots, so you can throw in 6 mods. And the cool thing is you can actually have a whole bunch of different little mods. You see, we had just a crap ton of little visual stuff in there. But you have aviators that increase your loot stage, by 20, gives you +1 intellect, +1 perception, strength, agility, fortitude. You get a 10% advantage in transactions, reduced crafting time, plus experience, plus stamina when running, plus run speed, damage resistance, and night vision. So depending upon how you play, you can really customize these to make yourself, I love wearing the running shoes and the running jackets or the sports jacket. So I like doing like that. But if you want to make yourself a little bit more tanky, you can do that too. You can put in the better barter and the craft time reduction or the XP if you don't need the +1 to the other stats. It's just super cool for that. You're playing with friends and stuff like that. You guys, you can have one person this is the barter person or this is whatever type of person, and they have these things installed, then they can be even better. And plus, who doesn't love being able to run faster, take a little bit less damage, be little bit more experience point, and be able to loot a little bit better or sell stuff a little bit better, as the case may be. It's just a fantastic little server side mod for that. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the super cool Working Appliances by Double Blundy, and it is a server side mod that adds in a lot of working items. It adds in a table saw that you can efficiently create wood-based traps and items with. It adds in bookcases that you can store your books in. It adds in a microwave that heats up your food. It adds a computer so you can buy stuff with your dukes from your base. It adds a cooler that you can store your stuff in. A compact water filter that you can use to purify water. A hydroponic grower for getting seeds super cheap. Coffee makers that you can brew your coffee in super easily. A wood burning stove that you can cook with. A retro fridge or a steel fridge that you can use to store stuff in. A toaster you can use to make toast or other bread based items super easily. And ammo storage and gear racks for those things that you just don't want to keep in your inventory. And like you see here's a table saw. You see the wood spike traps, instead of being 20 wood, it's 10. Instead of that, adds in the wood log is 5. Barbed wire's a little bit cheaper. We have a working stove here that we can use to make stuff with. We have a coffee here. We have a bookshelf here. We have the actual wood burning stove there. Here's the compact water filter where you can, make water. The steel fridge or the retro fridge and the steel fridge. The cooler where you can store stuff. Another little coffee maker. Here's a little toaster so you make toast-based stuff. You have the microwave to be able to cook in, and in here we have the hydroponic grower so you can make seeds. And you see one goldenrod flower, so super cheap seeds. We can buy stuff on here at the computer. We don't have to worry about going to the traders to buy stuff, and you can actually, can't do anything else with it. You can't sell here, but you can actually buy anything that you would need. So like if it's horde night or something and you need ammo real quick and you don't want to make a run to the trader, if you've got the money, you can buy some here. Not going to be able to buy a whole lot, but you can buy some here. It's kind of nice for that. Got your little gear rack here, you can store stuff. Your little ammo rack, you can store ammo. It's a fantastic server side mod that does open up a lot of utility with how you can do stuff, and it is a fantastic mod for that. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this mod is the super cool Haunted Mansion by Fluffy Panda / Happy Wombat, and Happy Wombat rather. And it is a fantastic POI. You see it's just tier 2, the desert's going to make it a tier 3. But it looks fantastic. I really enjoy the look of this thing. I liked going through it. We're going to do a quick pass through here in a second. I'm just going to kind of show you guys the outside while we talk about it a little bit. There is some fun to be had here. You guys are going to enjoy it. If you like the aesthetics of stuff, I think you guys are really going to enjoy this POI. It works really well if you can get it to install on a map with something like Sorcery Mod or like Darkness Falls. Anything that kind of makes the game a little bit more tense and atmospheric, this POI will come in really handy with that. So now we're going to do a silent pass through so you guys can see everything. I'm not going to really talk, but have fun and watch this. Alright folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the little walkthrough. Like I said, it is a really cool looking POI. It is atmospheric. It is extremely atmospheric. You come here at night and stuff like that. Speaking of, oops, sorry. I'm actually going to increase the time to night so you guys can see what it looks like at night. And you see like that one little light there. If there was a little bit more lights in it, I think it'd be a little bit better. It would pop a little bit more, especially, you know, having the candles and stuff like that just kind of just barely light up from a distance would be a little bit better. Maybe some lights up top, a couple fires or something like that. But it is a very atmospheric looking POI. It does get spooky as crap kind of walking up on it at night. And that is one thing that we really like about POIs like this, is just the atmosphere that they add. Because if you're walking up on something like this in real life, your butthole is going to be a little tight. I know mine would be. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the last mod. Alright folks, so this last mod is the super cool Final Fantasy X Lulu by Alter. And as you see here, you know, he gave her some nice little jiggle physics. I say he, I don't know. I'm going to assume Alter's a he. But we've got some nice little jiggle physics. She's a sorceress, so, you know, we've got her nice little sorcerer staff. And in the sorcerer mod, this was all Luna's idea to add it in, by the way. But it's just kind of nice, you know, having another iconic character from a video game that I greatly enjoyed as a kid. Stuff I know Luna enjoyed it as well. She's played the remastered versions. I've played all of the versions, the original and remaster. And, you know, nice to be able to run around in sorcery with a sorceress. You don't get to do that all the time. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the good stuff. Have fun. Take it easy. And we'll see you next time.